Hey guys, this is Anthony from Adjustability, and today we're going to be installing these. It's a little cold. See, I got my sweater, got my Adjustability beanie, but I was a genius today and I decided to wear shorts. We don't win every time, but you know, you can be a winner today too if you decide to get your own front control arm bushings, adjustable front control arm bushings. The adjustable front control arm bushings for your E30. So as you can see, we got these guys here, beautiful anodized finish with the Adjustability marked right on there. Nut for adjustment, so you can do caster adjustments and kind of make your life a little bit easier. It's a hardcore substitute. We got a spherical bushing in here and a very, very, very solid mount. So let's go ahead and get started with the install. Damn. I throw it on ramps first? First things first, we're gonna go ahead and put this thing on race ramp so we can go ahead and get ready to jack it up. You need the car off the ground, so that way we can go ahead and pull the old school lower control arm mounts. Cool. So there's that. It's nice and loose. This guy, I don't like the way this guy's feeling. Okay, so it felt kind of tight, but if you look, someone Loctited these. That's one. Let's get this other one out. Cool, after those bolts are gone, you just take your pry bar, pop this guy down, lock this bushing off. That's the old, and this is the new. So let's go ahead and explain the differences and kind of talk about the adjustments for these guys. So we pulled off the old bushing and we can actually tell that this bushing has moved. The reason that we know is that there's an arrow and it's supposed to point towards the outside of the car. There's actually a marking here and it points this way. That arrow that's supposed to be here is currently here. What we like to do for these offset bushings, if you decide to go ahead and get our offset bushing and press them into these stock housings, is take a screw and drill it straight through, and it'll actually lock the bushing in place. You don't want these bushings to move because over time it'll change things like your camber and your caster, and that's not good for your wheel alignment. You want that steering wheel to be straight all the time, and you don't want to have any funky handling characteristics, I guess you should say. So before we install these spherical control arm bushings, I went ahead and I made the adjustment. I even kind of compensated for the position that we would be for the correct position. All you want to do is crack this nut loose and go and set it right around there and make your adjustment. We're gonna go ahead and apply a little bit of Loctite. Just a little dab. And go ahead and lock the nut in position. And then you go ahead and feel free to use your finger and kind of check the thread engagement. I have kind of tubby fingers, but I can feel that we're about here. About here. So you just want to make sure you have enough thread engagement. Oh, Jesus Christ, it's like the thingies. Finger almost got trapped in there. It's really important to go ahead and make the correct adjustment to get your alignment as close to as what it was before. That way, when you go to the alignment shop, they can make those adjustments, make those changes, and you can go ahead and see the change as they make the adjustments. So now that this is adjusted, it's Loctited, let's go and throw it back on the car. So going ahead and making this install, you're gonna wanna go ahead and clean these threads if they're a little tough to go ahead and put this spherical bushing on. This is a very tight bushing. There's not much play or give like polyurethane. Make sure it's really clean and go ahead and try to wiggle it on. If you're wiggling it on and it kind of stops, just back it off and give it a little bit of clean, see where the stain's at, see where it's binding. And then just go ahead and wiggle it on and clean until you get it into the correct position. There's two dowels on the back side of this guy, and they're literally gonna go right here onto the chassis. Feel free to move the control arm around and make those adjustments and get the control arm in position. Take your trusty bolts. These ones have Loctite, so I'm gonna dab a Loctite back on them and reinstall it. And we are good. Nice and tight. Boom. And that is an installed front control arm bushing. Spherical at that. So this baby right here just got the front control arms put on. You're gonna go ahead and repeat those same steps right on the other side. After you're done doing that, go ahead and give your car a test drive, make sure everything's good to go. Then head to your local alignment shop and really reap the rewards of an adjustable front control arm bushing by making changes. If you need anything else, you can always catch us at www.garagistic.com. And feel free to like, subscribe, and leave a comment to see what you guys think we should do next. Peace.